It's all right. You can come in. There's nobody here.
Of course there's nobody here. You'd expect to be here. It's Lucile's room, isn't it? She's still downstairs with the others.
I know. That's why we come early, so we could hide before she gets here.
The whole idea sounds crazy to me. These thoughts of yours are getting more and more embarrassing.
The last one was all right, indeed.
Well, I suppose it was one way of searching the senator's clothes, but we didn't find the draft, did we?
So now we know he hasn't got it.
I only hope he didn't guess we were looking for it.
Why should he? He doesn't even know that we know there is a paper.
Perhaps there isn't.
Mendoza says there is, and if we don't find it, then he gives it to the wrong hand.
I know. It's this idea you've had about how to go about it that worries me.
I think it's a good idea. The paper's not in the luggage, the senator hasn't got it, therefore the girl's got it.
And if the girl has got it, how are we going to find it?
Well, if we just keep quiet and out of sight till she's gone to sleep.
If. Suppose she puts it under a pillow.
I don't think she will, because I don't think she knows she's got it. I think the senator's planted it on her. I think, he thinks, nobody would think she'd have it.
You think, he'd think. Do you know what I think?
No, Pablo. What do you think?
So we better get the heck out of here while the going's good.
But the going's not very good, is it, Pablo?
I do hope you'll be comfortable.
I'm sure I shall. It's the cutest little room, and this nighty Casilda's bed is simply sweet.
Now, you're sure you want to come with us tomorrow?
You bet I do.
Well, as long as you don't mind losing your beauty sleep. Sleep while you can, and if you can, you won't have long.
Suits me. I can sleep any time. This dawn ceremonial is a chance of a lifetime. Thanks for everything, Mama.
I'll call you in good time.
Good night, Mama.
Oh, as I'm making an early start tomorrow, you shouldn't be bothered by any moonlight serenading.
No, what a pity.
But if any of the boys do start plonking their guitars, just throw a shoe at them or something.
Good night, Mama.
Good night.
And good night, my handsome Zorro. Thank you for the most exciting and romantic day of my life. Oh, Zorro, if only we could share this wonderful night together. If only I could feel your strong arms holding me close. What good is a magic night like this if I must spend it alone? bedroom.
Your bedroom? What am I doing in your bedroom?
Good question.
How did I get here? What have I come for?
You tell me.
I was dreaming. Funny sort of dream.
Is that so?
I was dreaming I was going somewhere, taking a walk.
You did take a walk. You walked right in here and knocked that screen over.
I did? Oh dear, I'm sorry. Now I'm for it. I'll get into terrible trouble. Terrible trouble.
No, you won't. I shan't say a word. You just take yourself off nice and quietly and nobody be any the wiser.
You mean I can just go and you won't tell anybody?
Not a soul. Let's just forget the whole thing, shall we?
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Why, whatever's the matter now?
You've been so kind to me.
What's wrong with that?
It's just that I'm not used to people being kind to me.
No. You mustn't blame yourself. You're a somnambulist.
Yes, and I walk in my sleep too.
But you're awake now, so hadn't you better be off? Good night, Cafe.
Good night, Lucille.
You can't go that way. Quick, the window.
Oh,
It's easy. Grab the front of that tree and swing yourself down. Nothing to it.
but I can do myself a mistake.
Go on, quick.
Why did you change your mind? One minute you were only too anxious to assist me, the next you let me down the minute your story was challenged.
I must have been wrong in thinking the lock was stolen.
You weren't wrong. The American girl was lying. I don't know why.
Well, I do. She's in love with Zorro.
What?
It's the truth, Capitan.
Zorro is Ramon. And you know that very well.
Ramon?
Come, girl. Don't pretend to be stupid. You found the American's luggage in the rock and stole the locket for yourself.
No.
Don't lie to me.
You're hurting me.
Then help me track Ramon. You know more than you told me.
If you'll let me go, there's one thing I can tell you. Mendoza was at the rancho yesterday.
Mendoza? That mad revolutionary. It's a joke.
He may be more dangerous than you think. I saw him whispering with Ramon, and I heard them mention something about the Aztec ceremony.
Ah. So perhaps history is about to repeat itself. Let me see. Suppose Ramon was meant to find something in the Americans' luggage. Something important from Mendoza. Money. Jewellery, perhaps. A secret paper of some sort. But didn't get a chance to hand it over while the Americans were at the rancho. But tomorrow at the ceremony. Listen, Lola. I'll forget about that locket you stole if you'll help me trap Ramon.
What must I do?
Tomorrow at the ceremony, stay close to Ramon. The moment he approaches near enough to Mendoza to pass something over, signal to me. I'll be at the back of the temple where the shadows are darkest. I'll see you. I hear Ramon's voice.
We're going to the ceremony, that's it.
Catch up with the others.
No.
What happened to you? Please.
We are going to the ceremony.
Ah, the lovebird. I do trust you'll take great care at the ceremony tomorrow, Ramon. I'd hate to think of your mother witnessing a second family tragedy. Mine would be altogether too much for her.
Ramon, I beg of you, please, let's turn back.
No, I promised to contact Mendoza. Look, I know we haven't found his $1 million, but he has to know one way or the other.
You're still a little boy as 10 years ago, aren't you? Playing bandit, proving he's a man.
With you in my arms, my sweet, it would take more than an idle threat from Lopez to spoil the magic of the moment. Since first we made this journey together, the night of the Aztecs has held nothing but wonderful memories for me. Do you remember how happy we were?
And how we sang together that first time. Of course I remember.
Let's pretend everything's just as it was then. When we're together, all I can think of is you, the night, and the music.
My rancho's not as restful as it used to be, I'm afraid. Too many visits from the police.
I've slept perfectly well, thank you. I just didn't want to miss your fascinating little ceremony.
I find it fascinating. Especially our bandits, perhaps.
What do you mean?
You lied about the locket. I'm convinced it was stolen from you, protecting someone, aren't you?
Hold on a minute, Lopez. The Senator's following close behind. I'm sure he'd be interested to know that his daughter, an American citizen, was being grilled by a tin pot Mexican cop.
While in Mexico, madam, you should obey our Mexican laws and observe the Mexican character.
I'm doing that all the time.
Then you should have realised, for instance, that Raquita being engaged to Ramon is not the type to allow anyone to take a man away from her.
What's that got to do with Lucille?
And Ramon is devoted exclusively to Raquita. Watch them together and ask yourself, is it really worthwhile lying about the locket?
I just don't know what you're talking about.
No?
How much further, for Pete's sake?
There, Epson, you're doing very well.
Oh, there you are, Lucille. Why on earth I ever let you get me out of bed at this pagan hour, I'll never know.
Miss Vanders, may I have the honour of escorting you to the temple ruins?
Will you please leave me alone?
Say, is this Dago bothering you?
Signor, that a most offensive term. But you are a stranger to our country, and under something restraint. I'll overlook it this time.
He'll overlook it. Very big of him, I'm sure.
Didn't think I could hate that man more than I did yesterday.
You look upset, Bum. Have you seen a goat?
Oh, perhaps I have.
In that case, you'd better have this back. Thanks all the same, but you could need it more than me.
Oh, perhaps I'll just have a little. Oh, that's better.
Casilda was saying you get up to this crazy caper every year.
Oh, it's an important day for us. We revived the rites of the ancient Aztecs who worshipped Tonatiuh.
He was the sun god.
They believed that when Tonatiuh had completed the 4 seasons of the earth, they would abandon the earth to its fate and never rise again.
They couldn't face the prospect of perpetual night.
I don't blame him. It's a frightening idea.
So they used to perform a special ritual to plead with the sun god to bring the dawn on as usual.
Do you mind if I keep hold of it? Like the ceremony, it seems to work.
Your brandy, help yourself.
I already did.
Nowadays, you're not really worried about the sun rising, are you?
No, not really.
But we mustn't take any chances. Come, Lucille, help me with your father.
Perhaps it would be as well if you led the way, Casilda.
Of course, follow me.
Come, Senator, take my arm. Help me with your father, Lucille.
Goes on it, man. I thought I was helping you.
There's only one thing I have to say to that suggestion, Senator.
Yes, ma'am?
In the excitement of the ceremony, the bullet must have ricocheted and grazed her arm.
Will she be all right?
Yeah, of course she'll be all right, but she needs attention. The wound must be bathed and bandaged. Like Venice the Puff. You lead, I'll bring her.
No, we need you here. Pedro, you take her.
I'll go with her.
Okay.
Well, what a payoff to the ceremony.
I nearly jumped out of my skin when that gun went off.
Frightened me out of my wits, too.
Talk about being out of your wits. Look who's here.
Pepe, where have you been? You've missed all the excitement.
I had rather a disturbed night.
You don't say.
Don't I? I thought I'd just leave. But you're probably quite right. I'd better not.
Sorry we're late, Mama. We're on night shift.
You found it, the draft.
That's for the chief. He's going to be very pleased with us. I'll handle this, Mama. Do you think perhaps you could arrange something to get the fiesta started? Lola's accidents rather put the damper on things.
Raymond, I'm doing my best to get over a very bad shock. I'm not exactly in a fiesta-type mood.
Oh, please, Mama, do your... That's it. Now you'll be away. Just get things started while I deal with Pablo.
This way, Chief. I've got news for you.
Well, folks, we've got our orders. We've all got to be happy, so how about a song and some dancing?
Here, here, welcome to all that party spirit.
I've just finished. Right. Well, who's going to start the ball rolling?
Will I do? Pepe, what do you say? Will you teach me the tango?
Gosh, I couldn't do that, Senorita. My feet would be concentrating. Tell you what, though. Mama, you're beautiful too, of course. But somehow I'm more used to it. May I have the pleasure?
Hey,
Well, you said somebody had to start the ball rolling. What about you and me? That ought to start something. Shall we dance?
Why, Pepe!
Now wouldn't that be nice? I took you dancing twice, and maybe I can prove I can still get in the groove.
A time to get for two, so aim okay by you. I'll press it to my chest, go on sexy with the best.
you two. If you did that act on Broadway, you'd have your names in
And
lights.
I'll let him plaster.
Have an uncle.
You must be joking.
Listen, everyone. Lola's come round. The way's not serious and she's going to be fine. Mama, where's Lola?
Or having a word with Pablo, why?
Lopez was seen running away from here. It must have been just after the shot was fired.
Oh, then we can make a pretty good guess who fired it. And who he was aiming at.
I mean, if it hadn't been for Lola...
Oh, I don't know yet.
Racolita, what news?
Good news. Lola's not badly hurt.
And our chief of police was seen running away from here.
Running? How extraordinary.
Yes, and very unusual too. Lopez Jenny glides around like a snake with rheumatiz.
Mama and Pepe have been dancing and everyone's in the mood again.
That's good. As a matter of fact, my friends, we've good reasons to be cheerful. Pablo's just brought me some excellent news. Today is an excellent day for the downtrodden people of Mexico.
Downtrodden. If this is how you people behave when you're downtrodden, heaven forbid I ever come back when you're on the up and up.
I'm not even sure I ever want to leave.
Come now, we've just got back into the fiesta mood. So how about a song and some more dancing?
Quite right, Mama. Here in Mexico, we know how to celebrate, don't we? So, what are we waiting for?
Show.
once more.
3. Here in the market without any doubt, folks are early and out and about. Plenty of everything here you can buy. What is your time if you try? Sweet senoritas so friendly and gay, stately senoras in splendid array, ready and willing to spend anyone, anything under the sun. From the largest of artists, bandanas, sultanas, candles, wraps, sandals, and shawls, sarsaparillas, armadillas, chinchillas, mantillas, you'll find everything here on the store. So much justly, such justly, such justly, such justly, justly, all easy as day. Such justly, such justly, such justly, such justly, it's just a good Mexican
There are celebrities in town.
Yes, to daring heroes in town, men of courage and honor and renown. Signs to the trumpets and bang the big drum, heroes triumphant
No one's very clear how it happens we're getting such a break in a bullfight game.
Though we stop the show, everywhere we go, and we share the tape with a national shame.
When we're on the bill, money's in the till, even though a fight we have yet to win.
Every time we enter an arena, the crowd starts to grin.
Punches like a prima ballerina,
Then sits down and gives in. Not the way, pushing the head. Why can they let us be brave?
we want to be what the nation adores. Tory adores, Tory adores. We want to hear lots of cheers and applause when the men who put the bullet ball fight.
They want to be what the nation adores. Tory adores, Tory adores. They want to hear lots of cheers and applause when the men who put the bullet ball fight.
When you wave the cape, also meant to scrape madly in the dust that the charges hunt.
Not to do a stamp, looking rather camp, I stand just like an Indian man.
So we blow our tops, brandishing the props. As a comic turn, we are now smash hits.
Every time the blasted bull ignores us, the crowd is in fits.
Not a single bull have tried to gore us.
We feel such awfulness. Wave the sword, show you have guns.
Being ignored is driving us nuts. We want to be what the nation adores. Tory adores, Tory adores. We want to hear lots of cheers and applause with the men who put the bullet ball fight.
They want to be Tory, Tory adores. Tory adores. Why round with us? They get the balls with the bros of the bros. Every tip they want to pull, leave each number to the full. When they bang the ball on the face.
Well, never dull moment here, is there? Have a chat and have it going. All right, let's have it. What's all this about?
You know very well we have to be very fond of Racolita.
Racolita? Oh, I get it. I danced with her boyfriend for a couple of minutes, so I'm out. Is that it?
Not all of it. At one time or other, every one of us has been in love with Ramon, or thought we were. So, here we live very close to each other. Our world is much smaller than yours.
I don't understand.
Well, maybe you don't. When Ramon chose Raquelita, we all accepted we loved and lost, and that she was the lucky one. Raquelita's one of us, and we are all her friends, and so we were happy for them both.
And now?
And now you come along with all your glamour and your clever ways, and within an hour you set your cap at Ramon.
Set my cap? See, that's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it?
We're an old-fashioned people, Lucille. We accept we've lost Ramon to Raquelita, but we don't accept we might lose him to you.
Well, what do you know? And I thought Mexican girls had guts. Lots of spirit and fire. Are you really so afraid of a little competition? If Ramon's as set on Raquelita as you think, then I don't stand a chance. But I can try, can't I? It's up to Raquelita to prove that nobody can take her man from her. If the situation was reversed, and Raquelita came to Washington and tried to take my man from me, you'd fight for him. You bet I would. So would I, if there was any need. But there isn't. You and Ramon belong to different worlds. You find him romantic and exciting, and he finds you smart and attractive. But you could never mean to him what one of us can mean to him. Especially you. Especially me. Raquelita, I wouldn't want you to hate me. Oh, I don't. I realize I was spiteful last night, but I've been so afraid for Ramon's safety. See you with him so carefree when you might have been lying dead instead of dancing. I understand. I've always dreamed of romance. And here under the Mexican sun, I've been kidding myself I may have found it. It was just a dream. For us, life is no dream. It's real and hard. Being in love is the only thing that makes it worth living. And you are in love? Of course. Isn't every girl? All the time. Just everything in the world.
Senorita, I'm looking for your father.
You've come to tell him you captured the bandit, of course.
In the word, no. I now even lost my chief of police.
Sergeant, now isn't that a little careless of you?
Sir Capitan, he left to attend the Aztec ceremony, and nobody has seen him since.
There was a shooting incident at the ceremony. Did you know?
Yes, I heard.
Perhaps that explains why Lopez has disappeared.
I don't see how. If you shots at these ceremonies are nothing unusual. Mexicans, they often fly into the air at the sheer exuberance.
Even at religious ceremonies?
Frequently.
How come your churches are always so full?
Oh, why not put the law still with us at any rate?
Now, ma'am. A little respect, if you please, for a hard-working police officer.
Thank you, senor.
Even if he is pretty damn useless. No news, I suppose, Sergeant?
Alas, no. We pursued our inquiries most diligently, explored every avenue.
Bernardo leaves no stone unturned.
But I'm afraid to report we have found no traces of banditos, no money, no luggage, nothing.
Luggage I can replace. And I wasn't carrying all that much money. Shall I tell you something to take that woebegone look off your face? The one and only really important item was the one Houdins didn't discover and didn't get hold of. It's still safe.
First I've heard of it. What's this important item?
Never you mind, Lucille. This isn't the time or place to discuss the reason for my visit to Mexico.
I never did know why we made the trip anyway.
Well, we're glad you did. We've come to like you both very much.
And we're sure grateful for your hospitality, ma'am. As soon as I get back to Washington, I'll see you suitably recompensed.
Oh, you don't owe us a thing, believe me.
Pop, you simply gotta tell me what this important item is that the bandits missed. I'm simply dying of curiosity.
Oh, I think you'll live a bit longer. In any case, it's time we got moving. I take it, Sergeant, that since your precious chief has removed, there's no point in our hanging about here any longer.
I suppose not, senor.
Okay, you didn't leave anything behind at the ranch, did you?
I've nothing to leave, remember?
I mean, you didn't leave off any garments or anything?
I don't follow.
You haven't left off any underwear?
Senator, what a question to ask a lady in front of a poor innocent lad like Bernardo.
Really, Pop? If you're afraid of me catching cold in this climate...
All right, forget it. Just as long as we take with us everything we came with.
Do you really have to leave, Senator?
Afraid we've lost too much time already, ma'am.
I don't mind if we never leave for Puebla.
I know how you feel. Feel a bit the same way myself if it comes to that. But I just have to get moving. Now that your son's kindly found some sort of transport for us.
Oh, he's fixing it right now.
Good, as far as transport's concerned. Everything's okay, but I'm bound to say it's with some regret that I shall tear myself away.
Any chance you may, yet decide to stay. Maybe you could let your business wait another day.
Everyone's agreed, we're an idle breed. I do something better when there isn't any need.
Going for speed, what I like to lead. Every word I want to know indeed. Here in Mexico, it's far too hot to hurry, and that being so, we don't see why you worry whether you should go. Today I'll wait until mañana.
In the blazing sun, to start the journey's not an awful lot of fun. What will matter after all is said and done? Even if the way to
I've been delayed far too long. I'm afraid I have some business that really cannot wait.
He said to say has to be on his way. It really is an important sort of date. In this traffic line, our speciality's no turning up on time. And punctuality's a virtue, not a crime. Beauty and time to
Be that as it may, Americanos never like delay. While Mexicanos hardly ever do today. Well, they can pull out till mañana. Hardly ever go away today. Then they can stay until mañana.
Bravo, amigos! If only we could have you staying a few more days, we'd have you behaving like true-born Mexicanos.
That does it. Pop, you'll have to go to Puebla on your own. I'm joining the Manana Club.
What? That's impossible. You just got to come with me. That's all there is to it.
Why? What do you need me in Puebla for?
I need you in Puebla because you got the... I mean, just take my word for it, can you?
Give me one good reason why I should.
Well, but excuse us, please. I must have a quiet with Rose and daughter.
Hey, Bernardo, wouldn't it be simply marvelous if you could find all of the senator's luggage, everything that's missing, while Lopez is absent without leave?
It would be the crowning moment of my career, but my men, they are searched everywhere without success.
Well, perhaps they weren't thorough enough. Preoccupied, no doubt, with the thought of the coming police concert.
What are you driving at?
Bernardo, you don't keep your ears open. If you listen to the rumours flying around here, you'd be surprised what you could learn.
But no one will tell me anything. You're all against me all of the time.
There, dear, don't cry. Why don't you search behind the cantina? You might find something that would make your day.
It's been searched already.
Or perhaps they were in a hurry or not concentrating.
Try looking in there again.
You know something, don't you? If you've been withholding police information.
But we're not withholding it. We're passing it on.
Of all the damn stupid things to do. Well, it's not there now.
But it's got to be. You can't be feeling in the right spot.
I've been right round, I tell you. It's not there.
But Lucille, my whole diplomatic career's at stake. You just got to find that paper.
Aha! Viva la proletario! Viva la victoria!
Viva!
It's true, amigos. It's true. Me, Mendoza, I bring you the most colossus news. La revolution, she is over. All but the shooting. La victoria, she is ours. Viva la proletario!
Viva!
Senor, perhaps this is what you are searching for in the senoritas of mentionaments.
What? Good grief. How could you? Where did you?
Me, Mendoza, I know everything. I arrange the stock up so that the money does not reach El Presidente, the old one. I plan to use the money in support of my so lovely revolution. In support of El Presidente, the old one. The new one. But my so lovely revolution, she succeed without your Americano money. So you can keep... Excuse me. So you can keep your Christmas pudding all the same. Don't be surprised.
Are you sure you can spare it?
See, for me to keep it down, it would not be honest. Oh, amigos, it is a great day for Mexico, is it not? El Presidente has gone. Opening, Scanine. Viva el new Presidente!
Viva!
Senorita! The most wonderful news. I found your luggage and your wallet with $500 Americano.
$1,000?
Oh, it's nearly all there, nearly intact. Mendoza, what are you doing here?
He brings great news, Bernardo. The president has fled.
And so has your Capitan, is he not? Me, Mendoza, I know everything. My brave soldados had his beagle eyes on him last night when he shot down that little girl, Lola. See, it was the brave Lopez who fired the gun. Then my soldados closed in on him and he bolted like a scolded ferret.
You told it this time, Mendoza. Surrender police officer is the execution.
There's been no execution. Yet. Lopez is no longer a police officer. He was appointed by El Presidente, the old one. I have a message from El Presidente, the new one. No more Isabella. No more Lopez, not on your Isabella. Yes, I have to inform you that you are no longer Sergeant Bernardo.
Am I dismissed too?
No, you are no longer Sergeant Bernardo because you are promoted to Capitan Bernardo. And the best of Mexican luck, eh?
Is all this really true? The revolution over, the president gone?
Si, El Presidente has fleeted. The government have fled.
And talking of fleas,
That fellow Pablo in the business of the circus and getting the shirt off my back.
Pepe and his sleepwalking.
It was the
It was the
draft they were looking for all the time.
I trust you're instrumental in assisting with the assignment.
Yes, and I hope we helped a little bit too.
Heroes of the revolution, you had to twist the tables.
Well, we had to clean them out a bit. They were the muckiest tables I've ever seen. Talk about a Paul.
Heroes have no business cleaning stables. No doubt the great Zorro will promulgate you.
Here, aren't we getting a little bit careless?
Yes, about what to say in front of whom?
Don't worry, it's already dawned on me, Mazzaro. With all of you on Ramon's side, how am I going to prove it?
The question is superfluous. You don't have to prove anything. Zorro has been granted a free bond by El Presidente, the new one. I have a message from El Presidente, the new one, as well. No, New Mexico no longer needs any Zorros. From today, all bandits are these bandits.
Look, everyone, see who's out and about again. What was all the cheering about?
La revolution is over!
People have won.
The tyrant has fled.
And I've been made the Capitan.
We've got our luggage back.
And some of the cash.
Lopez is on the run.
I walked in my sleep.
I found $1 million.
And I've been made the Capitan.
I'm not going to Puebla.
And neither am I.
And I'm going to marry
And
you.
I've been made the Capitan.
Say it again.
I'll be made the Capitan.
I said I'm going to marry you.
Oh, Ramon.
Don't give it a thing. Now there is no impediment. Zorro has been made redundant.
You mean all over? Finished?
Yes. How do I look?
Look.
Now that I'm no longer a bold, bad bandit, but suddenly a respectable citizen, does it show?
Not so to notice. How are you going to like being respectable?
Never again to ride through the night with a mask over my face. Never again to hold up the stagecoach shouting, your money or your life. Never again to hear the desert ring with Viva Zorro and play the hero I never really was. I'm going to like it a lot, as long as I can be sure that... Let's fly away, but stay true as a new life we start.
For you. There you go. That was the word you used, I think. Mendoza, this girl's life is in your hands. Your fastest horse in a part across the border. See to it quickly, and this girl lives. Otherwise...
You've heard about the success of a little revolution, then?
I've been hounded and humiliated ever since.
No tyrant dictator to protect you anymore, huh? 10 years ago I swore I'd kill you, Lopez.
I warn you, this girl will die before you get near your gun.
Oh, come, I am unarmed, as you see. Anyway, I've decided that I shall be better revenged by letting you live. To be hunted and haunted as you shall always be.
Brave words, Ramon. At the risk of this girl's life. Mendoza, your fastest horse in a pass across the border.
Me, Mendoza, the fastest horse in New Mexico. But he's a little bit tired. Mama, perhaps you?
My friend Pedro has the best horse in Santa Amiga. I'll arrange it. Pepe, come with me.
So Pepe?
Yes, Pablo?
And you thought you were such a crack shot.
You deliberately moved to protect him. Did you have yet another change of heart?
Your days for interrogating are over, Senor Lopez. Capitan, take him away.
Be warned, Senator. Politics, the struggle for power, fortune can be very fickle. One day you're up, and the next you're down. Exciting but risky business. Enjoy your triumph while you may, amigo. Today's revolution is yours. Tomorrow it may be mine.
That shot, the fiesta ceremony, it was meant for Ramon, wasn't it?
I believe so, Senorita.
And you stepped forward on purpose to save him?
I don't think I shall ever truly know.
I'd like you to have this. The inscription can be removed if you wish.
Oh, thank you, Senorita, but I'd like it just as it is.
Senorita, under the new regime, you're granted to give whole medals at every institution.
Well, folks, there's going to be no more Capitan Lopez.
Viva Bernardo!
Viva! No more tyranny.
Viva el nuevo presidente!
Viva! And no more sorrow.
Viva Ramon!
Viva!
So perhaps I can count on him being around a little more often.
Yes, I'm doing a bit more work for a change.
Viva Mexico!
Shelters just empty, until a tower of
fighting, but other things attract us. Instead of that old crazy cucaracha, we'll now be singing Benjamin and Cha-Cha. And now our story's ended. If you want more, well that's splendid. For one our glory's intended. So we thought if we all stand together, after night we'll have to forever. Do you believe you know that whatever, till we come to the end of the show. Viva!
Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe this, but I'm speechless. It's been quite a job this evening to stay on my chair. I'll keep moving. It really is my privilege this evening to speak to you on behalf of the cast, to thank you for coming this evening. You will realise that you're rather unique members of the 720 Club. We have actually sold out for these 3 nights. You may also have noticed on the news, most evenings this week, Cheltenham has been highlighted. Thousands of people have flocked to Cheltenham. And the reason is a ticket to VIVA Mexico. I do sincerely thank you for coming this evening. If you're like me, you've enjoyed every single moment of all the antics, those that are planned and unplanned. I did write a few words before I came this evening, but I can't find the piece of paper that I wrote. I don't know whether... oh, yes, I've got them there. I think what I ought to do now is to turn round and speak to these folks on your behalf. You only see what goes on the stage. You may may think that's enough. But I can assure you that even though the Echo reported that there were 70 members of cast and 40 backstage, I think they got the figures wrong, because counting up the numbers of people involved on the programme, by the time I got to 120, I stopped. I gave up because, in fact, the interval had finished and we were ready for the next act. Now, many people have been involved with this production. Parents, local organisations have helped out. You've noticed that we have these superb music stands that are on loan from the Cods, extra lighting from the Playhouse Theatre, costumes helped by members of staff and also many parents. There really are too many people to mention. I hope that I can reiterate what was said in the programme, that we've actually thanked everyone, and if we haven't thanked everyone who had a part to play in this production, well, I'm here to do it now. I've thoroughly enjoyed the evening, and it would be extremely difficult to single one person out. And it's very unusual for us to do that. But I would like to make mention of the one person who is responsible for initiating all the things that have happened this evening, planned and unplanned. History is made today, and we're, I think, part of history. We've looked as if we started a new tradition. I hope it's the beginning of many, many of these activities, and I think that the one person who is to take a lot of credit for it is David Hart, head of the music department. All that remains for me to say is thank you for coming, and Viva Mexico!
Viva!